Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at these 5-inch I-Step running boards in black, fitting 2019 and newer Ram 1500 crew cabs. If you're looking for some clean, wide, and inexpensive running boards for your own Ram 1500, this setup might just be your speed. They give you plenty of access with a slick design for a really low price as well. Running boards come in a lot of different flavors, but sometimes simple is best. These I-Step boards give you exactly what you need with a really clean design. They feature 5-inch wide steps, and since they are running boards, they span the full length of the wheelbase of your truck. That means you've got a nice wide step that allows you plenty of access to the cabin or bed space, or heck, even the roof should you need it. Then the top surface here is a 9-slit pad that gives you plenty of grip for your shoes no matter how messy it might get outside, so you'll have a solid step at all times. But perhaps the most intriguing feature is the overall design. Now I know I said a moment ago that it's clean and simple, but that's exactly why I'd also call it interesting. In a world where side steps and Nerf bars can be chunky and aggressive looking, these are really thin and clean. In fact, from certain angles, you might not even notice them right away. I like a subtle side step, and the thin design here means that these are going to give you the step space that you need with a look that's not going to distract from the other elements of your truck. Now these do sit down a bit and thus will cut into your ground clearance some, but they're not sitting super low. So unless you're doing some really heavy duty trails, you likely aren't going to encounter an issue. And even if you do, they're solid enough to provide your rocker panels with some additional protection, so the bars will take the hit instead of the body of your truck. The bars are made from aluminum, which we always sing the praises of. It's lightweight, it's corrosion resistant, and it's very strong, all good qualities in a running board. The aluminum is topped off with a black powder coat finish, and you've got that textured step here on the top that we mentioned earlier. And of course you get all the hardware and matching brackets as well for a complete package. Pricing comes in at about $350, making these one of the more affordable options within the segment. Now, while you could spend a lot more on some fancier steps, these have really solid construction, a clean style, and they give you all the benefits you want in a running board. And again, sometimes simple is the best option. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you about 2 hours to complete. Now this is a totally bolt-on job and no modifications required, so it should go pretty quickly. And all the bracketry and everything you need is included in the box. So here to show you what you've got to do now is one of our AT customers. Tools required for this install are a ratchet, a 13mm socket, a 13mm wrench, and an impact gun.
To begin installation, use one of the 6 mounting plates that came with the running boards and locate the bolts on your truck. Be sure to place the mounting plate in the location where each of the 3 bolts have a place to be able to mount to. Then place your washer and nut onto the thread and use your 13mm wrench or socket to tighten the nut and washer to the truck plate. I do not recommend using the drill or impact drill to tighten these down because this could cause too much tension in the bolt and break it off of the truck. So I recommend hand tightening each one in place. Here's the installation for the middle bracket, and here we use a deep impact socket to hand tighten this to the truck. Once all 3 brackets are installed on the vehicle, then place your running boards on top of the brackets that stick out. Here's the bracket that came with the running boards that will be installed to the actual running boards and the brackets. Here you can see where the bolts are installed and how it should be placed. Once you slide these brackets underneath the running boards into the proper place, lift up your running boards and place the bolts through the 2 spots on the mounting bracket. Then grab your washer and nut and hand tighten these to the bracket. Do not tighten all the way, but go ahead and do this to each of the 3 brackets. This allows you to be able to still move the running board and put it in the place where you desire it to be on the truck. Position the running boards to the desired placement on the vehicle. Then go back to your brackets underneath the running boards and tighten those down.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the 5-inch I-Step running boards in black, fitting 2019 and newer Ram 1500 crew cabs. Thanks so much for watching, and as always for all things Ram, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.